What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel One Man's Walk. I am your host Gamal, back at you with another one. So what do we have for you today? Versus recap. Anthony Hamilton, Musiq Soulchild. You ready to recap? I'm ready to recap. Let's get to it right after this intro.
Clean your house music. You can clean too.
Welcome back. So as you already know, we're here to recap the Anthony Hamilton Musiq Soulchild Verzuz that literally just took place a couple minutes ago. You guys know, if you've been on the channel before, you know I like to bring out props so you know it's real. I do not have many Musiq Soulchild CDs. I am a Anthony Hamilton guy, and so you can see, I'll try to speed run through them, but you see the Anthony Hamilton is here. Still going. We still going. And then Back to Love I actually bought digitally, and that was the last one I bought before I was fully streamed over, and everything I streamed now was on Apple Music. But I do have this. Now this, I can't even claim this is mine. This is really my wife's. I feel like I inherited this, but the two of us are one. This beautiful lady behind me, and so I kind of feel like I inherited the CD, but I do have one Musiq Soulchild CD with some of her favorite records on there. And so going into it, I want to say that it's two different styles. I think Anthony Hamilton has a very consistent catalog of just good music. I feel like Musiq Soulchild does as well. I think Musiq Soulchild, has bigger records. Going into it, I was a little skeptical about the conflicting styles, because Anthony Hamilton, I feel, was going to give a real strong, consistent effort, and Musiq Soulchild was going to have some really big records. It actually turned out to be just like that to me. I didn't love everything that Musiq put out. I didn't love everything Anthony put out, but I feel like Musiq, and just watching the reaction. So I watched it on Verzuz channel on YouTube, the Verzuz channel. I don't have social media, so I didn't watch it on IG. I didn't watch it on Twitter. I don't subscribe to the Triller app, so I didn't have it on there. Thankfully, they do have it on YouTube, and so I was able to watch it on YouTube. My wife, who sat down here with me, I may put some videos. I did record her. She sung along. I may put up a couple of videos. Musiq is her guy. She did get it in with a couple of those records and looked amazing and sounded amazing. And, I might shout that out. Musiq had like 4 or 5 records that were just undeniable smashes, that had the crowd singing, and really, he didn't have to do anything. The crowd sung along. I don't think, with the exception of Charlene, I don't think Anthony Hamilton had that. I felt like Anthony Hamilton gave a lot of really good records and really solid records. The Leela James joint was fire. The Lessons remix with Eric Robinson and Robertson and Kevin and Raheem Devon. Raheem Devon I've been hearing about forever. I know he's a DC guy, but my guy Greg, that's his guy. And so I was like, man, I wonder if Greg is watching this. And so, bringing out Donnell Jones. So I'm assuming when he brought out Donnell Jones for that part, that was actually, he wrote that or co-wrote that say what, say what, say what. So someone put in the comments and let me know, is that something that he did and he helped write? Because when he brought him out, I was trying to figure out what record do they have together. And so when they did that, I said, okay, well, maybe he co-wrote it, and it wasn't like just a person he brought out. I felt like both of them brought out acts that I guess was in line with what their music was like. It wasn't really these big surprises. When I did not recognize that was the young lady from 702. Shout out to that. When Where the Girls At, that little snippet she dropped, everyone was like, oh, okay, yeah. 702 had a nice run in the late 90s, had a couple of records. That Where the Girls At, I think, is actually the same song. Man, this happened to Ras Kass twice. The same beat that he had with We Gonna Make It and Home Sweet Home, he has one on the Where the Girls At. So he has a record on there too. Ras Kass just had bad luck. Shout out to him though. I did meet him one time in the studio. He was really cool. He was really cool. He was chill. We chopped it up for a quick second. But I want to say that again with the verses, the DJs at the beginning, this DJ battle, I get you want to put it in there. I kind of skipped it. The past few times I've tried to watch it. This time I didn't even do that. So leave in the comments if that was any good. I do want to shout out the young lady though, DJ Zoom. I believe her name is ZUM. She was absolutely amazing as far as her set. It was really, really good. Really, really good. She got the mood. She got what people were here for, the type of sound they wanted, and those songs came out and all of them were ringing off. She gave us Jodeci. She gave us Sade. She gave us Faith. She gave us Mary. She fit the mold. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. She did her job and she did it well with her assignment. And so shout out to her. Hopefully she gets more DJing opportunities because she did her job well. So shout out to that. Oh, before we go any further, if you guys have not already done so, let's do a little housekeeping. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post bell notifications so that way you don't miss any of the content. If you saw the intro, you were able to see the different things that we have on the channel, music, sneakers. We do music reviews, obviously, sneaker reviews. The halftime show was up right now. Clothing reviews. Speaking of, I want to shout out this right here, this Shonuff shirt, this hoodie. I think is actually really fly. Want to support a good friend of mine. His wife has a company, Humble Bee, and you see the two B's is for the wife and daughter. Humble Bees, but that's the product. I'll put a link in the description so you guys want to check that out. Definitely check it out. Support, not just because it's Black History Month, but support because it's really good quality. I like this. It's really nice. It's a great shirt, so definitely check that out. Now, I do want to say this. I think that I honestly don't know who won. I think they both had dry spells within it. I think Anthony Hamilton had a more consistent set. I think Anthony Hamilton sounded just like Anthony Hamilton sounds. There was no difference between Anthony Hamilton live and Anthony Hamilton on audio, on CD, on vinyl, on stream, whatever you want to call it, right? Studio version Anthony Hamilton and live version Anthony Hamilton sounded the same. I cannot say that with music. Now, I'm not here to say music sounded bad, but he did not, at least in all of his records. There were some that were, pretty close to what he sounds like in the studio version of the records, but not all of the records was that the case. And so the records that rang off, the Don't Change, and I may plug that because my wife was going in when that part came in. Now, I love you if your hair turned gray, I love you if you gain a little weight. I do like that record. I love when Love came out. What other one really rang off for him? Teach Me rang off. Girl Next Door, which was my record, and that it felt half crazy. So he had a couple, and Just Friends. So like the main records that they rang off. I think Buddy was cool, but by then with so many people on stage, I was like, okay. I don't think Anthony Hamilton had that same type of, you know what I mean? Like, the girls were singing. Let's not confuse it. I think a lot of ladies in the audience were still singing along to Anthony Hamilton, but it felt like a different energy when Musiq had those records that were just the big hits that he has. I felt like the energy in the room felt different. And so if people want to say he won off of that, maybe I could say that. I didn't love all the records. I didn't like how he sounded on all the records. Anthony Hamilton, I think, was very consistent throughout. The songs were really good throughout. Shout out to JD who produced it. And can we finally just get JD a Verzuz? I think he's been on 2 or 3 now. He was at the Bow Wow one. I want to say he was at another one. And then obviously he was the DJ for this. My only gripe with JD on this, you got to know the count. I'm literally writing it down. I'm keeping score. You got to know what count you're on. That whole little intermission, you got to know what count you're on. But can we get a JD versus Irv Gotti Verzuz? I want to see JD versus Irv in a Verzuz. Can we get that? somebody let Swiss and Timbaland see this, please. You know, just snapshot that one little part and let them see that, so we can get this verses going. Jack Triller, I don't get why he was there. I know him from the This Is 50. I feel like he was being unnecessary loud, unnecessary obnoxious. I want to commend both Musiq and Anthony. They were both there like grown men. They were both very professional. I don't feel like either of them took the assignment lackadaisically. I wasn't sure, you know, with some of these other verses we've seen, there's been some intoxication, it feels like. Maybe people not taking it as seriously, people not knowing the words. I don't feel like I got either of that with either of those gentlemen. Both of them were extremely professional. Both of them were very friendly with one another, respectful of one another. Near the end, Anthony Hamilton was singing along with Musiq with Love. Musiq was definitely singing with Anthony with Charlene. Anthony was singing with Musiq on Buddy. And I like that he threw his mask on. Like, they didn't wear a mask, and then all of a sudden all those people jumped on stage. And my wife pointed out, Kristen was like, you see Anthony Hamilton got his mask on? He was like, I don't know these people. I was cracking up, but I said I'd have done the same thing. I don't know those people. We ain't out here to get COVID. But yeah, it was cool. It definitely was not a favorite of mine. It's probably not one I'm going to go back and watch again. It was cool. It did not have the flare up of some of the other ones we've had recently with, again, some of the unfortunate or the negative things that people kind of glamorize or cling to. But it was cool. It was cool. I'm happy they did it. I'm hopefully both of those individuals got their flowers. I have an Anthony Hamilton review I did do of the latest CD, Love Is the New Black, which is absolutely amazing a CD. Front to back, that CD is fire. Clean your house music. And so hopefully you guys will check that out. Definitely check out the review, check out the CD. But that's basically it. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the verses. Let me know, what are your thoughts? What did you think? What did you like? What didn't you like about the verses? Let me know. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed, productive, stress-free day, weekday, weekend, whenever you're listening, however you're listening. I thank you for listening. Till next time.